Flight 611 exploded mid-air. Discover the hidden cracks that led to disaster. Only on Wrecked.
On the evening of May 25, 2002, a routine passenger flight prepared for departure. China Airlines Flight 611 was scheduled to fly a short route from Taipei to Hong Kong.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Hello there.
Yeah.
Right this way, sweetie.
Takeoff configuration, normal. Checklist complete.
There were no weather warnings, no mechanical alerts, and no signs of danger.
Flight 611 began its slow taxi toward the runway.
Moments later, the power engines roared as the aircraft accelerated for takeoff.
The Boeing 747 lifted smoothly into the evening sky.
The aircraft climbed steadily, following its planned flight path.
We have chicken and pasta available today. Can I get you something to drink?
As the climb stabilized, the seatbelt sign was switched off.
From the outside, Flight 611 cruised smoothly through clear skies.
Air traffic controllers tracked the aircraft as it crossed the Taiwan Strait.
Everything about the flight appeared completely normal.
Passengers settled in, unaware of the danger hidden within the aircraft.
But deep inside the aircraft, an unseen weakness was reaching its limit. Years of pressurization cycles had silently stressed the aircraft's structure. Tiny cracks, formed long ago, continued to grow with every flight. The story of those cracks began more than 2 decades earlier.
There's a slight anomaly on panel 72.
The thermal readout confirms it. See the stress here?
I'm getting a closer look now. It seems minor, but we should log it.
In 1980, the aircraft suffered a tail strike during landing. Instead, a shortcut repair was carried out. The damaged metal was covered, not replaced, leaving hidden cracks beneath.
Welcome aboard, everyone. So glad to have you back. It's beautiful, isn't it?
For 22 years, the hidden damage went unnoticed. Routine inspections failed to reveal the growing danger. Subtle warning signs appeared, but their meaning was overlooked.
Back on May 25, 2002, the aircraft continued its climb.
The experienced crew monitored all systems, unaware of the hidden danger in the fuselage.
Decades of pressurization cycles had silently stressed the patched area. Tiny cracks formed slowly, hidden from view for years.
Outside, Flight 611 seemed just like any other flight in perfect weather.
Would you care for a beverage? I'll take the orange juice, thank you.
Air traffic controllers watched the aircraft on radar, seeing nothing unusual.
The autopilot kept the flight steady, every reading normal.
For over 20 years, the cracks had grown, unnoticed by inspections. But beneath the skin, the weakened structure was reaching its breaking point. It all began with a tail strike back in 1980, leaving a critical structural injury.
The repair used a patch plate, covering the damaged metal instead of replacing it.
This shortcut repair left the aircraft vulnerable, with cracks slowly developing beneath the surface.
Systems displayed no anomalies. Everything seemed perfectly normal.
High above the sea, the massive jet cruised undisturbed.
The cracks finally reached a critical size, weakening the fuselage beyond repair. The aircraft's internal structure could no longer hold the pressurization load. A sudden explosive decompression tore through the aircraft.
The Boeing 747 broke into multiple sections over the Taiwan Strait.
Pieces of the aircraft rained down into the sea below.
Rescue teams rushed to the area, but the scale of the disaster was unprecedented. Investigators quickly realized the aircraft had broken apart mid-flight.
The wreckage was scattered over miles of ocean.
Detailed examination revealed long-growing cracks in the fuselage skin.
The flight recorders were recovered, holding the key to the aircraft's final moments.
Analysis revealed no mechanical or pilot error, only sudden structural failure. Investigators confirmed the patch plate had left hidden vulnerabilities. The disaster traced back to a tail strike decades earlier and an improper repair. The hidden structural damage had finally reached a critical point.
Inside the cockpit, the crew remained focused on routine checks, unaware of what was about to unfold.
Passengers relaxed, the flight feeling ordinary, masking the impending danger.
Pressure cycles over decades had slowly weakened the fuselage beyond safe limits. The cracks had grown silently, hidden beneath the patch that was meant to protect.
An explosive decompression ripped through the aircraft mid-flight.
Suddenly, the fuselage could no longer contain the internal pressure.
The Boeing 747 fragmented violently, scattering debris across miles of ocean.
Contact. Possible survivor in the water. Bearing 090.
This section shows high heat signatures. Bag the fragment now.
Confirmed. Logging the coordinates.
The cracks told a story spanning decades, hidden from every inspection.
Flight recorders held the answers to what caused this sudden disaster.
Look at this spike right here. That correlates exactly with the engine failure warning.
I see it. Cross-reference the hydraulic pressure now.
The improper repair from decades earlier left the aircraft vulnerable to disaster. Over 22 years, the damage quietly worsened with every flight. The final flight would see the invisible danger unleash with catastrophic results. Debris fell into the sea, marking the end of Flight 611.
Look at the scorch marks here, near the stabilizer. The heat stress is significant.
Noted. I'm getting 42 inches from the main strut. The shearing is unusual.
Examination revealed the weak spot where the disaster began.
The black box captured normal readings until the sudden catastrophic failure. Investigators traced the cause to a tail strike incident decades earlier and improper repair. Investigators traced the cause to a tail strike incident decades earlier and improper repair. Pressurization cycles over the years had gradually weakened the patched area. Inside, life continued normally, hiding the invisible threat above. The patch had concealed the growing danger for over 2 decades.
A sudden explosive decompression tore the aircraft apart.
Finally, the structure could no longer hold against the pressurized cabin. The plane broke into multiple sections, each fragment falling into the strait below. The disaster was sudden, complete, and impossible to survive.
Logging the main fuselage impact point now. Confirming coordinates.
Copy that. Keep tracking the eastern spread.
There it is. Start logging the coordinates now. We need a high-resolution pass over that section.
Copy that. Adjusting the scan rate.
Every instrument and panel was carefully examined for clues. Every instrument and panel was carefully examined for clues. The patch repair concealed a hidden weakness that eventually caused the disintegration. The investigation traced the structural failure back to a tail strike decades earlier. The flight recorders provided the crucial evidence to understand the disaster.
Solid. As you can see, the fatigue cracks originated here near the 5th rivet. The stress patterns confirm the simulation, and the
data revealed normal readings until the sudden catastrophic failure. Pressurization cycles over decades finally caused the metal to give way. The aircraft disintegrated suddenly, scattering debris across the strait. The cockpit, along with passengers' belongings, plummeted into the water.
Rescue teams struggled to navigate through the widespread wreckage.
The improper tail strike repair decades earlier concealed a hidden vulnerability.
There. Look here. The maintenance log says the repair was done on the 15th, but the invoice is dated the 20th. And this
flight data showed the aircraft was functioning normally until the sudden failure.
Decades of invisible stress finally culminated in catastrophic fuselage failure. Fragments floated on the surface, silent witnesses to a tragic loss. All 255 lives were lost, leaving families and a nation in mourning.
See how this sheared off? It had to be immense pressure.
Consistent with a catastrophic failure at the connection point.
The improper repair had concealed cracks that eventually propagated under repeated pressure cycles. The fuselage ultimately failed, leading to an uncontrollable mid-air breakup. Debris plummeted to the waters below, leaving nothing intact.
Rescue operations began immediately, but the scale of the disaster was overwhelming.
The structural failure appears localized here. The laser scan confirms the depth of the stress fracture at this juncture.
Investigators identified the tail strike and improper repair as the root cause.
Cracks had expanded over 22 years, silently compromising the aircraft's integrity.
Flight 611 left a lasting mark on aviation history, a tragedy born of oversight and hidden danger.
The debris field was a chilling reminder of the disaster's suddenness.